Hello, hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, normal, tired. I just arrived to my house. Yeah,
Okay.
I left 6:30.
Wow.
I yeah, so fast. I came so fast, but there is
Right.
no traffic.
Okay, that's good.
There's no traffic. I think it's because all the students, maybe not all, but some students they left the.
Yes, probably, right? That can be one reason.
Mm-hmm.
No rains today?
No rain, no.
Okay. Here in Santa Ana, it didn't rain, but I went to San Salvador, and when I was arriving at El Congo, was a heavy rain that I
Really?
couldn't see very well. I was about to park because it was kind of difficult to see, and I was afraid of it. So I don't like
Today.
to drive. Yeah, today.
Today.
And then when I arrive at Santa Ana, anything, just so hot and it was not cloudy. But right now, it is windy and it feels really good. It's kind of a cold for me.
Yeah, it's well, and here is a little bit cold. Yeah, it's a windy, but it's not raining.
Okay, here
No,
is.
in a clouded, no, not no cloud. Mhm.
Same here. But yeah, the weather has been so crazy this month, especially, right? The ending of October and the beginning of
November.
November. Yeah, it has been kind of crazy. And yeah, because I told you, when I was in El Congo, it was a heavy rain. But then here in Santa Ana, just very
Sun.
sunny. Yeah, sunny. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was very crazy.
Yeah, it's also weird this some days.
Yes, I know. Okay, so before going to the book, we are going to have some minutes for speaking, okay?
Yeah.
And let me see. Okay, I have some topics. Okay, I have this question for you. In your opinion, what's more important? Being good looking or being smart? What do you prefer in a person? Being good looking or being smart?
Without discussion, smart.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer to be a smart than so appearance.
Okay, so for you,
Yeah.
appearance, it doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter, yeah. If you have both, it's great, yeah. But I prefer smart, intelligent,
Okay.
get the idea quickly.
And do you know people that they prefer the opposite, that they prefer being good looking than smart people?
If I meet,
If you
oh,
know someone.
mm, maybe, but I have never asked that question, yeah. But maybe you can watch some friends or some coworker, classmates. Yeah, I had.
Okay. Then let's talk about um let's see. Oh, is it important to wear a uniform at school? Are you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Wearing uniform. Why?
Well, one of the reason that thing comes to my mind is because you don't um spend in your clothes.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of them. And you can difference or know who are study, who are students, and if that person comes to a student, you are identified with
mm,
a, I don't know how do you say,
with the logo probably.
Logo, yeah, prime.
We say monograma, right?
Yeah, and then that's both are some reason that comes to my mind right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Hello, Francisco. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good
I'm
evening.
good, thank you. What
Okay.
about you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. A little bit tired too because it's Wednesday, but I was today in the morning like, is it Thursday or Friday? And they know it's Wednesday. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to finish the week. I really need to
Yeah, me
rest
too.
because it has been a busy week, but good because we have work, right? We are working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I do sometimes. We complain about the things that we do at work, but we don't think about these people who wake up and they are worried because they don't have a job and they have to go out and look for a job, right?
yeah,
We are very blessed, and sometimes I'm like, I'm sorry, God, because I'm complaining and I have my job. I have to be thankful with that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's true.
So, Francisco, we are discussing with Nelson. What do you think about wearing uniform at school? Do you think it is important? And would you like to, or you agree or disagree with this point?
And I agree.
Why?
I think I understand that using uniform at school is like, I think there is a purpose, not only to
Okay.
identify that they belong to a specific school, but it's like being all the student equals,
Mm-hmm.
at least when they are in the school, because they uh, if there is no uniform, if the if, I mean, if it is not an obligation, people can go with their clothes, and one people can dress in a better way than other kids, and because they are kids, and when we are in the school we are kids, and I don't know, it's not, I think it's not good. I think using uniform is a good way to being all equal,
Okay.
at least in that by this side.
All right. But don't you remember when we were at school, at least in my opinion, I was so excited when we had like a celebration at school and they said, okay, tomorrow you can wear, you are not going to wear uniforms. We were so happy that we were not using the uniform. I mean, wearing, sorry, the uniform, that we can go with the normal clothes. So, I remember when I was at school, I didn't like my uniform. I was like, no, I prefer to wear my normal clothes. But then you realize that you have a lot of benefits of wearing uniform. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about, tell me, Francisco.
No, no, no. I think it's you cannot use your clothes all the week. You use the uniform, and the uniform is the you don't need to invest in a lot of clothing, because if imagine if you use
Yeah,
your normal clothes to go to the school, you need a lot of uh, clothes.
clothes. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's true. It's like when we maybe the bad part of wearing uniform, by the way, when we talk about a clothes, we don't say use, we say wear.
Where?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So when we oh, I forgot the idea. Yeah. Well, I think I forgot the idea that I was about to tell you.
The bad things using
I said that
the
right.
bad
Okay.
things to
Yeah.
wear uniform.
Yeah, thank you. The bad things of wearing uniform is that you have to be checking that you have your uniform ready for the next day. I remember those days when it was at
Yeah,
night and I was like, I forgot to wash my uniform. Oh my,
that's happened.
my mom was so angry with me. Oh gosh, I remember that.
Mhm.
So that's like
But yeah,
the
it's
bad
a bad
part.
point.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then that you have to iron every night, get ready
Yeah.
with your uniform. Oh my gosh. No, no, no.
Yeah.
But that's like the bad part. But then if we see the points that you're saying that we don't have to spend money on buying clothes, um, that you will need a lot of clothes for wearing different like outfits for going to school.
That's happened more than the girls. What we're going to wear this
You are
day.
right.
Yeah, but the men like
You don't
us,
care,
yeah,
right?
a
You
shirt,
don't
the
care.
pants,
Yeah, you don't care if you are going to wear the same
the
t-shirt
same.
all week.
Yeah, no problem for no for us. Yeah.
It's true, you are right. And what about at work? Now let's move to your job. Or
Mhm.
would you like to wear uniform? Or I don't know if you have to wear uniform. What about you?
Maybe just the shirt could
Okay,
be, but not
you don't wear
the
it.
blue.
You don't have uniform.
I don't have a uniform in my
Oh,
work.
okay, okay.
But if the company said we are going to use a shirt, it's okay.
All right. Yeah, that's fine, right?
Some
Excellent.
some
So
company have a shirt that
I
named the Idea,
I think
Toyota.
here in El Salvador, it's very common to wear uniform, if you notice.
Mhm.
Because, for example, at the banks, they wear
Right,
uniforms
yeah,
and
that's
they
right.
wear like very formal uniforms, right? With
Yeah.
jackets and
Selectos.
then with tie. Super selectos, imagine. Now,
I think just all call center wear clothes.
I think
No,
so. I mean,
yeah.
here is like very common to wear uniform, if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
Like public people, like not people, public workers, they wear uniform, at least a t-shirt, they have to wear it or a blouse. What else? At the schools for teachers, you have to wear uniform. Yeah, it's like very common. Now in the United States, no, if you think about it, they don't. In a bank, they don't wear uniforms. But here is like very common. But in some part, it's very, I mean, it's much better because as you said, you don't have to spend money on buying clothes. What about you, Francisco? Do you wear uniform or you don't?
Um, no, we don't use uniform, but the company where I work used to give us a shirt with
Okay.
the company logo, but it's not an obligation using it.
Oh,
In my case, I don't like use that. I don't like
okay.
to use that shirt with the company logo.
All right. That's good. So you prefer your
I,
clothes?
yeah, I don't like using an uniform at work. I
Okay.
yeah.
Very good. That's fine. Now let's go with one more topic. Let me choose another one. Okay. Interesting. Children shouldn't be allowed cell phones until they are over 18. Agree or disagree? What do you think? What's your opinion about it?
I can get I
Children shouldn't use cell phone until they are 18 over.
mm,
And I I agree, but I think 18, maybe 15. It's a
Okay.
good age, and that children can have their own cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to control what they do in that cell phone.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there are some applications that you can install and control the cell phone remotely.
Really?
Blocking applications, activating the GPS, and even you can, if the cell phone has a WhatsApp, for instance, you can read those
Yeah,
conversations
Really?
remotely. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's interesting.
yeah. So you can have all the control over what they are doing.
Okay, that's good. Imagine with the technology we have, wow, we have a lot of choices for being checking what they are doing, right? And at that moment when we are teenagers, we don't understand. Now that you, Francisco, and I are parents, we understand, right? That we want to be checking what they are doing, well, in the future when they become teenagers, because we want to keep them safe and with this world, because you see crazy things and you want to protect them. That's why we want to have like the control of what they are doing. And at that moment, we don't understand. But then when you grow up, you realize why our parents did that. Because I remember my mom was like that with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So for you, 15.
Yeah, 15, but you can have the control what they do in their cell phone.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Nelson, what about you?
Yeah, because currently, right now, in this moment, the technology is very important to study. And there are some application, like Francisco said, I didn't know, yeah, but I heard some days, a month ago, you can control almost everything, all the cell phone. You can put block, you can read your WhatsApp, or you can install just the necessary in her cell phone. For example, I buy a cell phone and I will give my son, but I just we're going to active just maybe calls. What happen if you want to call me and call and I will call you, but not internet, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, not all the social media, just to get 18 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. And then we go like in this topic. Well, I consider that at 15, yeah, it's a good age because remember, we also have the cell phone for an emergency too, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you want to get in touch with your son or daughter. I don't know, just for
What happened?
communicating, it's really necessary right now with this new era that we have. But then what Nelson said, like having all the social media, yeah, it's much better at the age of 18 because, you know, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, it's really dangerous for teenagers because we don't know who they are talking with and what are they doing. And we know that there are really bad people behind the social media. And I remember I saw a video many years ago about that. There was a message about who is texting or typing behind the computer, right? And it had a pretty face with a lady, but behind it was a man who was chatting with the other girl. So in that area, like social media, yes, I agree too that maybe at the age of 18, maybe you should have social media. And I know there are children at 10 years, they have a cell phone and not just a cell phone, they also have social media. And that is really dangerous. I don't know, what do you
Yeah.
think about it? Mhm.
Yeah, there is a name for that kind of activity that people pretend be another person. I don't remember right now. I'm looking for it. But there is a word in this kind of scam
Okay.
where they try to contact um kids and they pretend to be another kids and try to uh, get a conversation with them and ask them about their information, where they live, or even if they can share some photos.
Mhm.
There is a name, but I don't remember right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, and also in Magic, we as adult sometimes we make mistakes when we have our social media, posting things that maybe we shouldn't post. Because I have seen that we don't have to post pictures about our children naked, about the things that you have in your house or where you live exactly, because
Yeah.
sometimes we have friends that they pretend they are our friends, but they have bad intentions with us, right? So that's why you have to be like very reserved on the things that you post on your social media.
Mhm.
And also sometimes you
Yeah.
post if you have a car, whatever, all the things that you have. And there are people that they are jealous sometimes with the things that you have, and you don't know his or her intentions. So we have to be very careful.
Yeah, I remember a
Yeah.
video I watched on social network that, or in news, I don't remember, but it was about an I think it's elder woman. I confuse the singular and the plural. What is woman or women for the singular?
Women, plural.
Women. Ah, okay.
Woman.
Single woman.
I
Remember
Okay.
was
the
confused.
Sanskrit
Yeah.
woman.
I ever
I
forget
sent
that.
the teacher that the same.
Oh, okay.
The woman was explaining that he was scammed by a Facebook profile. The Facebook profile contact her, telling her that he was this El Sol de México. What's the name? This Luis Miguel.
Luis Miguel.
Luis Miguel. And,
El
yeah,
Sol de México.
they had a conversation every day, and he told her that he he didn't want to use his uh, official profile to type to talk with her because he didn't want it to be discovered. And he scammed her. He asked money. He gave money to that profile, and they that from the profile that told her that he if they can what is the word to they can meet.
Mhm.
So she was about to travel. I don't remember what country. I think she was from Mexico. I don't remember. But when she was about to try to take the the fly, he didn't respond the
Okay.
conversation.
When
So
was that? Was it very recently or?
I don't know, but I watched the video about 3 or 4 months. But
Oh,
it's like it's very common that kind of scams. Not only
and and that happens a lot to adults, but like, well, because my father, imagine my father, he's like 57, I guess. I don't remember. And he was chatting with a woman. And then I don't know what happened or what she said, but she started to ask him for money. And he was like threatening him that if he didn't send the money to her, she will publish some pictures. And she sent the screenshot to my dad that like when you are going to post and you write everything and you have the picture and you just have to click on post. And then she said, okay, if you don't send the money, I'm going to post this. And she took a screenshot. That was a picture of my father and I, but she was writing crazy things about my father and I. And he was so scared that he sent like $500, I guess. And then he called me that was happening to him. And I was like, Dad, don't send the money. If she published that, don't worry, we know that's not true. But at the end, I think he sent 500. But in the place where he sent the money, the person knew him. And she was like, why is he sending this money to this country? So the person that worked there helped him and called him. Hey, come here and tell me what's going on. And then my father explained to her what was happening. And then she said, no, we are not going to send the money. Don't worry. This is very common that happens on social media. So, and then he met another person that he had some money for him, but he had to send just like 500 and then he will get a heritage. You know, heritage? What is that in Spanish?
Heritage,
When someone dies and give you the money?
herencia.
Herencia, thank you. But for getting the heritage, he has to send like 500. Oh, no, not 500, like less than 100, 1,000, sorry. And I was like, Dad, do you still believe in that? And I'm like, don't send money to anyone on Facebook. Don't do it. But he's like, now he stopped doing it. But my father is just a case, believe me. He just believe on all the things that he sees on Facebook, he believes. So
Yeah, that's
be careful.
Yeah, I remember 2 years or 1 year ago, someone wrote me in Facebook and Messenger, and he said, "Hi, primo. Hi, cousin. You don't know how I." Yeah, they,
Besitos primo, right?
yeah, try to say this a familiar, yeah, family, and I need to send me money because I'm in an airport and I have some
Gift.
things for you,
Uh-huh.
but I need because in the airport I don't have money, any money, please. And when I go to my to house, I will give you that money. And I said, some weird.
Yeah. That happened to my mom. She was about to get in that plan. One day she told us, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, a surprise? And then she started like doing some stuff. And then the next day, yeah, that I have, someone is going to visit us. And I was like, who is coming? So days later, she told me that someone called her and said, hey, prima, how are you? And that the person was at the airport, but that he had some problems and that he had some gifts for us and that he will stay in our house. So my mom was also renting the car for going to the airport and pick him up. And then my uncle told her, no, that's not true. Don't trust on that. So the next day that he called, my mom said, I know that this is not true. And then they just hang off and never call back. So that is like very, or that you win the lottery, that you win a car, but that you have to send some money. So now we have to be very careful because these people are doing, wow,
Yeah.
things that you don't expect.
And there is another, around 3 months ago, I was receiving a lot of chat on WhatsApp
Mhm.
about hey, you want to work? We are paying like $100 per day just watching this video, just clicking on this. And when I watch the number is from Africa, number from the other country, the other yeah, the other country continent, and those are scams. But I don't know how they get all those numbers because
Yes, it's
uh,
interesting.
it's complicated. And there is another that happened to my brother. We were planning a trip to the beach, and he was looking for a place, a renting place in the beach. But he looked in Facebook.
Okay.
So I didn't know he found a place. It was about $200 per night. So, but you need to pay in advance the half of the reservation, the half.
Mhm.
And this was a bank transaction. And when he sent the photos, I saw the photos, and now this place it's not $200. It's more expensive. And I asked him where did he found that, where did he find that place? On Facebook. Uh, on Facebook, he told, no, this is a scam. But I looked for a place on Google Maps, and the place the uh, how do you say, the post said it was there were there was nothing. It was like um, how do you say, a terreno sin nada, un
A
terreno baldío,
a flat land. Mhm.
a flat land. And I took a photo, and I looked for that photo on Google, and that photo were from a place in Nicaragua. They took those photos from Airbnb, from an Airbnb from Nicaragua, and they posted it on Facebook.
Oh my
So
God.
when he called to the person, they blocked the number.
Magic, that is
Yeah.
very dangerous. So we have to be very careful. I never thought about that. Wow.
Yes.
Then my husband one day, well, I work at a cooperativa, so sometimes we get some trainings about, you said last some classes ago, fishing, right? And how they are getting the information or stealing your money from your bank account. So my brother-in-law was selling a car, and then someone contacted him and that he wanted the car. And he said, okay, I'm going to give you half in cash, and the other part, I'm going to do the transaction.
Mhm.
And then he said, because he lives in Guatemala, right? But the car was from El Salvador. He asked for help to my husband. Hey, give him the all the information he needs, and he's going to send you the money. So I remember that that person called him, my husband, and he was from Costa Rica. And then he started to call, no, that I'm going to give you half in at the airport, but I need your information. I just need your name. I just need this, that. And I was just paying attention, and I'm like, no, don't give him the information. And he was like, no, please, let me do this. And again, he started asking, I'm going to send a link and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, don't give him the information. He got mad at me, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything else. So he completed all the information because I said, this is not true. This is some weird. You don't have to give that information. He completed the information in the link, and suddenly he went to his bank account and he didn't have the money. Hopefully, by that moment, he had just like $40, I guess. And I was like, uh-huh, I told you. And he was so angry. And I was like, you don't have to give that information. Nobody's going to send you a link and then you have to fill that information. So they stole the money. And if we know, a lot of people have been
Yeah.
kind of things in different
It's very
ways,
common.
but they do it. Very, very common. Mhm.
Yeah.
And also, when you give your ID number or things like that, they can steal all your information. I don't know how, but they do it. We have to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
very careful.
Yeah,
Hackers. They are hackers.
It's
yeah,
true.
it's a common
Stuff.
kind of a scam. Yeah.
Yes. When you get a link, when I get links from WhatsApp, I just click and delete the message because I don't like that kind of things. I know
Yeah.
they are stealing your information. Okay, well, that was very interesting. We started talking about something and then we were like jumping to other topics. But
Yeah.
it was really nice. I'm going
It's
to
interesting.
take the attendance right now. And let me close this. Let's see. I have a lot of documents opened. Okay, here it is. What happened to Sulma today? She didn't join the class. Francisco. Okay, perfect. I'm going to stop here, the first part, because we just have like 3 minutes, and then we are going to go to the book, okay?
Okay.
Okay.